They have videos, like ring footage cameras of her almost running over his daughter.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Jesus. You know what, you guys, I've been working so hard on myself. And is he like trying to take me down?
I know.
Virtual reality.
Hi, I'm Danny Murphy.
And I'm Evan Real.
And you'd think a spa getaway would be relaxing. But then again, nothing is really that relaxing for the Real Housewives of Orange County.
No, it was the diametrical opposite that like really hit the fan this episode.
So tired of it. Let me live my life.
As it pertains to the Videogate ring doorbell drama involving Alexis and Johnny J, and of course the one and only Shannon Beador, who broke down in tears in her little bathrobe after dealing with the lawyers. Like the poor woman just keeps taking hit after hit.
And Gina's face after she did the little oopsie.
She shouldn't want to
It's none
touch
of her
this.
business, right?
Well, even for her sake. Well,
Yes.
the video thing, I can't with all that stuff.
What video thing?
But do you know what?
I'm glad she did.
Thank God Gina said something. And Shannon was
Shannon said
even
that.
appreciative that she said something because, you know, extortion is a big word.
I think your lawyer needs to check him and say, yourself, you're trying to extort my client.
And it's a big claim to, like, extortion just sounds like really serious. Like, I feel like extortion shouldn't, like, be in the Real Housewives of Orange County universe, but it feels like extortion. But then the thing is, after she had that extortion revelation, because essentially what Alexis is saying is, like, if you don't stop talking shit about Johnny J, we're gonna release these videos. Meanwhile, simultaneously, there's this facelift lawsuit happening, and he's like, "No, I don't want 30,000. I want the full 75." So in that sense, it feels like the two situations are entwined, and it's like, if you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna like release these videos. But then Shannon had a little talk with her lawyer. And she came back not saying like, oh, now we have an extortion case. She came back saying like, I'm just going to give him what he wants because I want this to end, which she was like not about whatsoever. She was like, not a penny more. And all of a sudden.
Well, it's good because she talked to another lawyer, Emily, who wasn't talking from a legal lens, just from friend to friend, housewife to housewife, woman living in Orange County, woman living in Orange County. 75K is a lot for this couch. It's a lot for a lot of couches. Just kind of like, just sign it and you'll make it back with the You and Vicky tour, hopefully.
I know you get upset when I say write a check, so sometimes I say write a check so you don't have to deal with this bullshit. Be done with it.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, well, and this is the thing, because I was confused with her offering to pay half, because I remember a headline from months ago that she did offer the full amount, and then he said, she offered the full amount and then wanted him to sign a no more talking shit agreement. I don't know.
I wonder if that's what's going to happen in upcoming episodes.
So I think that's what because he apparently didn't want to sign that. And then so she was like, well, then what's the deal? What's your intention? What do you want? And I think it's like, at this point, it's a little unclear because we haven't really seen or heard from John himself.
What did you think about Alexis saying that when, because I think she said it to Heather and Tamra, Shannon offered half, and I told Johnny J, just take it and let this be done.
I said, Johnny, let's just settle. You're getting something. Like, you don't need, it's just settle. And he's like, no.
Right. Well, honestly, that was kind of nice to see from Alexis, because I think it humanized her a bit, and we haven't seen a lot of those scenes on the show, and like the fans have been coming for her and coming down really hard on her. So it was kind of nice to see that moment of like, just like let the mouse go.
Let the mouse go.
Yeah, like let
he said no.
Shannon has smeared his name and ruined John's reputation throughout the community.
All these lies keep resurfacing. He doesn't pay for anything, that he's the alcoholic.
Those are things that she told us.
All gloves are off.
Yeah, which I'm not saying it's right, but obviously Shannon and John's relationship was toxic. Both parties have said that. So maybe he's just like hanging on to some hurt, anger, resentment that he felt in the relationships and his Ferragamos.
Alexis, what kind of shoes did John have on last night?
Why are we talking about him? But it was Ferragamo, I believe.
Oh, well, they were Ferragamo. Thank you, you confirmed it.
I love Heather being like, it's $400?
$375 to $475. They're not that expensive.
The Ferragamos?
I thought
they were $400.
That's what she said. She Googled
Oh,
the
that's
price.
not that bad.
It's not that bad. I'm like, I wonder if she was.
And we were there the night he was wearing his Ferragamos. We saw the I wish I had known to pay attention to the
shoes.
feet.
I didn't know the shoes would be as.
I was paying attention to the height. I will say, like, say what you want about Johnny J. He's a tall, handsome, drink of water. Yeah, he's a cute guy, and he looks good with. They honestly looked like the Hollywood it couple.
They were like all eyes were on them at that.
Yeah.
Gina did make me laugh. She's like, red carpet debut. Are they going on tour?
They're referring to it as their red carpet debut, as if they have a whole tour of red carpets coming up.
On the run tour?
Yeah, they're on the run. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z, power couple vibes. They're doing their thing.
But I feel like, poor little Shannon. This was a very hard episode for Shannon. And then her showing that photo to Heather.
Is he going to show me the picture? Yeah, I want to show you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, Shannon. Oh, my God.
I know. That was rough. Well, and the story behind that was like really crazy because apparently from what she was told or what she remembers or doesn't remember, the accident happened within 5 seconds of leaving John's house, which is wild to me. I don't understand how so much can fit.
I think
into so many seconds.
Because it was like she just like revved too fast to do a big getaway and then
ran into a house. Yeah, that's rough. And then so she was probably not about her wits to send a selfie like within those 5 seconds. So she said she sent
at midnight.
She sent she sent it at midnight, and then he didn't reply.
She's the chaperone after midnight. Okay.
He didn't reply until like 1 something.
And I didn't remember that I did this, but I guess I took a photograph of myself and I sent it to him right after midnight. And at 1:40, 1:30 or something in the morning, he texted me and said, "What the heck's going on? The cops just brought Archie here. Where are you?"
Yeah, being like, "Why is Archie?"
Oh, well, look, if Archie came to my door without a Shannon,
I'd be like,
I'd be a little confused too, like, what is actually going on?
I'd also feel like, because he's just like a gorgeous, like, golden retriever, I'd be like, why is there a golden retriever? Like, I don't know if I would immediately, like, clock Archie. I'd be like, Lassie, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Mom stuck in a well? Kind of, yeah.
Stop.
I'd be confused. Emily Simpson would laugh at that.
Yeah. No, it is confusing. I don't know. Like, okay, so say, obviously, apparently they got into a really big, terrible, like, relationship-defining fight that night. If you had gotten into a fight with your significant other and then you heard a rev away, you heard some maybe police commotion, would you send a text message or walk outside to see what's going on?
What's happening outside? Yeah.
Yeah, like, you'd be curious.
Well, I'd also be like, I would.
You'd be like, am I okay?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? Yeah.
Or I'd just be like, what is happening outside? Like, what is this? What is the noise going on? Especially like if you're in like a suburb, like it's not like they were in like, it's not like he's on like 83rd and 2nd where it's like street noises, everything like that in New York. It's like a very quiet like area.
Right. I don't know. I just can't imagine anyone purposefully not checking in.
Well, this is also, I feel, because Alexis kept on saying gloves are off. Now I feel Shannon's gloves.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to show, because I was like, why is she showing this to Heather now? And I feel like it's kind of like she wants to control, which is in her right to do, like one, to have some of her side of the story out instead of just trying to like sweep it under the rug.
Yeah. Well, and like knowing that history and knowing how he didn't check in on her, apparently, according to Shannon, are you then shocked that he did wear the Ferragamos to the Oscars viewing party?
Not at all.
Would you wear the Ferragamos?
Yes. I'm in the team of, those are his Ferragamos, that's her facelift. If you didn't sign a deal, I don't know what to tell anybody.
Yeah.
What is she going to do with size 10, 11 Ferragamo men's shoes? What is he going to do with extra skin? You know what I mean? I just think it's kind of one of those things. Be careful with your money. I think the two of them should just chalk it up to lessons learned.
Right.
Because and him, like, I gave her a facelift. She's like, I gave an upgrade to a hotel.
And she gave the Ferragamos. I don't know. I'm just curious because I was once in a relationship that involved shoe drama. I dated a 27-year-old man when I was 18, and he gifted. It happened during Christmas time. The majority of our relationship, it was like a sort of like winter, fall, and we broke up on Valentine's Day. So at Christmas time, we were like, we're going strong, you know? And he gave me some Dolce & Gabbana sneakers that I was obsessed with. But then when we broke up at Valentine's Day, he demanded that I return them. And so he worked at Bloomingdale's at the time.
So that's like free shoes for him.
Well, and Bloomingdale's also has like an amazing return policy. This I learned in the moment.
John Janssen's like, oh, good to know.
and he returned them. He wanted them, and I just, I don't know.
There is.
I miss those shoes. Well, actually, I don't know. Looking back, they
how you describe them, I don't. You're better off without the man and the shoes.
They were like high tops.
They're like blue white high tops with Dolce & Gabbana on the side. I'm like,
they were like,
damn, you lost them.
No, I described them as like Dolce Dunks, which in 2009 to an 18-year-old Dolce & Gabbana. I was, of course, wearing them with my Hollister jeans.
With Dunkaroos, they're popping. Yeah, but alas now, I think there is actually law about if you get something on a birthday or a holiday like Christmas, it's technically a gift, so you don't have to give it back. It's easier to prove that that's a Christmas gift. You inherently gave it to me as a gift, so there's no loan, there's no agreement.
What law is this?
The law of play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Don't give a gift to someone you don't want to be with for a while. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
That's so true. Like, did he think that my Dolce Dunks were like an engagement? Or like, what did he think?
Yeah,
they were going to be together forever?
Policy.
Yeah.
So I think you should have.
I should have kept my dunks and worn them
into the ground.
Into the
put
ground.
them on the reel to sell them to get new shoes.
Right.
Like that's why I'm saying if someone gives you something, you keep it.
You keep it.
I'm sorry.
From Ferragamos to facelifts. Okay, word from Danny Murphy. That's the homily.
And engagement rings too.
How do you feel about engagement rings?
It depends who calls off the if like the person who gives it is the reason the engagement is now called off. That's yours. But if like you get an engagement ring and then 3 months later you cheat on your person,
yeah.
Because I think it deserves to go to the person who was committed to the engagement.
So, okay.
In my opinion.
So back to my Dolce Dunks.
Why'd you guys break up?
So I won't say his name, but he broke up with me first.
Okay.
And I didn't like that. So I made the case for us to stay together.
Okay.
And then we stayed together, and then I was just kind of like a brat. I was having my my brat February, and I broke up with him on Valentine's Day. Like, and I premeditated that, which, like, looking back, that was just a very
psychotic.
That's very immature.
Yeah.
And like slightly psychotic. But maybe it was because I knew my intuition was telling me that he was going to be the type of guy to make me
return the shoes.
Return my Dolce Dunks.
Because he did it first, you should have kept the shoes. And also, I'm shocked you gave them back if you plan to break up with someone on Valentine's Day.
Well, I didn't plan to break up like immediately after he broke up with me. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? This isn't meant to be. And I want to be the one to call the shots.
And you did it on Valentine's Day.
I did it on Valentine's Day, yeah.
So why would you give why would you give the shoes back?
I guess
what part of, I don't understand how your soul was like, do that. You know what I mean? Like how those two, like they should just be at the same level.
I guess I didn't tie him to the shoes. I was just
you're
like
not a brand person either. You're not like a designer boy.
No, I'm really not. And so I don't know why I was so fixated and in love.
Like
with
if it was
these...
like a vintage tour t-shirt, you wouldn't have given it back, I don't think. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What could have been? We'll never know.
What could have been? Well, Shannon maybe will give you some shoes.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like she's no longer giving boys shoes anymore.
And you know what? She learned her lesson then. That's exactly it. Well, I don't know if she learned every lesson because the ladies were a little confused of the beverage choices.
The picture of Shannon that we saw on Instagram was Shannon at a bar, sitting there with a little short glass by herself, like it's no big deal.
I ordered a Pellegrino cranberry.
Oh, yeah, I know. I
don't remember the photo that they're talking. Was that actually like a news story? I don't remember that.
I don't remember the photo, but apparently Shannon Beador was
at a mall?
At a mall, drinking at a bar, and
with a book? I was like, what the?
Which kind of sounds like a nice afternoon, you know?
Go to CPK, California Pizza Kitchen. Get a pizza salad, have whatever, have a Pellegrino cranberry. Worst ways to
I
Tuesday.
don't know. I think it was Heather who called her out saying no one goes to a bar and orders a Pellegrino cranberry. Like
She's like, I don't remember sitting at a bar alone with a mocktail.
I mean, I've never sat at a bar and ordered a mocktail.
yeah, well, that's not the craziest thing.
No.
But I think just claiming that you ordered a Pellegrino with cranberry is a little sus. But I don't know. I think it would taste good.
I've had it. It's good.
Oh, you have had it? Okay.
Because it's like kind of like an easy to like spice up a drink like that or a grapefruit soda. So I could see Shannon's point.
Okay, so it's not if you're actively not drinking, it's not a weird.
Especially if she's a cran, because she used to be like a vodka cran girl.
Right. Well, and she was a vodka cran girl at the picnic table.
I'm going to order one thing because we're on vacation. Can I do a vodka soda cranberry? Thank you.
Well, so she likes that flavor. So I think it would make sense for her to just order the virgin version of a drink she likes.
So it seemed like her cast members were doubting her story. Do you believe her?
I want to, so I will. I will.
I want to believe her too.
And especially right after, and it's because especially because it was like in public by herself. I don't think she would drink alone there.
Yeah, right. Especially like in the era of Dumois and social media and all that kind of stuff. But again, if she, after the DUI, she very publicly said, I still enjoy a drink or two. Yeah. And so maybe that was part of her 1 to 2 beverages that day. Well, you never know. And if it was at a CPK, all the way, babe. Like,
my God,
you said CPK and my mouth is watering. I haven't been in forever. Is there a CPK in the city? There used to be on like on the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
I've been to it.
Oh God, but I'm like pulling it in my head the mall that I grew up in to like go into CPK right now.
Does CPK have a bar?
I don't know. Probably. Malls can get depressing. I'm sure there is one. I'm sure where there's a will, there's a way. Do you think Ryan picked up CPK for the kids?
I think he picked up something. I love how Jen was like, babe, like you are the best. I am so lucky. And do you know what? I will say when a man picks up some takeout and brings it to you that he was bringing to the kids, like it is a noble act, right? But like I do think that
that's like it's on the floor for dads.
I know.
But I think she's probably like, well, I had a rough go with divorce court. I have to pack my bags to go on a trip I can't afford. You got my 5 kids and the 6K and dinner?
Right.
So actually, I think it was just a lot of like
that in that moment. That probably did feel like the biggest blessing that he spent probably like $200 on takeout for the kids when she's struggling and it didn't seem like she got what she wanted in the child support situation. I felt really bad for her.
I know. I did. At least a funny moment for me this episode. I mean, besides her.
I love how we went from like divorce, child support woes to at least a funny moment for me.
Jen, because Jen is a glass half full type of girl.
She is.
Her cranberry juice is up to the brim. I loved when like Heather was like, so I said to Katie, in the spirit of inclusivity, and Tamara like spit out her wine.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do you think that was a valid invite to give to Katie?
In the spirit of inclusion.
That's how you invited her?
Yes. Oh no, and also
spirit of inclusion?
Oh no, and
Stop it! You didn't.
Why is that bad?
No, but listen.
No, I mean, given Katie and Heather's history, I think that's about as good as it could get.
That's true.
If I was Katie, I would take that as a win, 100%. Tamara did get a nice, right. Tamara did have a good little chuckle over that. I do think that Heather was coming from a good place there.
I think she wants to never hear the word paparazzi again.
Right, and so if like coming from a place of inclusivity will get us to a place where we don't talk about paparazzi gate, then that's wonderful. But I feel like the reunion, there's going to be a lot of talk of paparazzi.
Do you think she's going to walk into Lady Gaga paparazzi?
Heather, I hope you're listening and possibly taking notes because you have got to do something with paparazzi by
I'm shocked she hasn't.
She should do like a whole reclamation of this situation and do a big super setup paparazzi moment, do some social content with some Lady Gaga music in the background.
We would have pitched that to her if she came in to talk to us,
but maybe next press day.
Maybe next press day we will get that to her, and maybe she'll walk into the song.
Yeah, and I hope she's walking in with that beautiful side part that she had at the end of this episode. Now, Shannon was looking a little...
I felt so bad. I was so distracted at Heather's hair because I loved it so much as Shannon.
I know. I don't know what Shannon was saying because I was looking at Heather's side part. It looked so good because I feel like she doesn't do a side part a lot.
I've never seen her with a side part.
I feel like we do a lot of like up and pulled back.
And she does like, she's kind of like Ariana Grande, like with the pony.
She is.
She loves a pony.
She does love a pony, and I feel like that's not... We don't talk about that a lot. How she's always in a pony. No one's talking about that.
No one's talking about her pony.
No one.
And she's like, yeah, no one was, so I did a side part now.
And now people are talking about it.
She's like, I'm a pony with a hot dog. She's like, I'm getting off the farm, and now I got bangs.
And I think ponies are really tough on the hairline. I mean, JoJo Siwa's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've never really...
a lot of JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
Well...
Well, another episode down.
I'm excited for next week.
I know, next week should be good. Was there a preview? No, it was just a to be continued. Oh my God.
That's when you know it's dramatic.
That's when you know.